YouTube, what is up? This is Eric Kelly, aka the Tech Gentleman, and I'm finally getting a chance to do it. I've gotten a lot of requests for it, but this is what's on my tablet. So without further ado, let's talk tech. So guys, I've gotten requests from you to do a what's on my tablet setup. The tablet I'm using right now is the Samsung Galaxy Tab S2. This is the Verizon variant, so it does have a 4G LTE in it. This is, in my opinion, the best Android tablet on the market right now. Normally I'm a Nexus guy, but I don't know what kind of magic sauce Samsung put in this tablet. It's using the same chipset from the Galaxy Note 4, which is at this point almost almost a 2-year-old SoC. It's the Exynos variant, and it's paired up with 3 gigs of RAM, and it flies. I can show you guys right here. I guess I can go ahead and start off. So obviously, got my baby, my Tutu. Call her Tutu because she's too much. And I got just the regular stock lock screen set up. No fingerprint. I was doing the fingerprint, but it was just, it's a tablet. I don't need the extra security on it. I don't have any payment methods set up on it that are tied to it. It doesn't have Marshmallow on it, so the OS doesn't even care if there's a fingerprint sensor outside of the lock screen. So I just disable it, whatever. I like a pretty clean interface. I use the Google Now launcher, and I like for my initial home screen to be pretty clean. I got a couple of folders set up. I'll go through those in a second. And I've got my Verizon widget here set up as well. So I always know how much data I'm using, whether I'm on my phone or on my tablet. And I also like to set up like a media type page where I basically have all the media apps and their widgets set up on here. So whatever I'm listening to, I don't have to, go down through the notification panel trying to figure it out. I just hit this page, and whatever's playing, I can pause it or go to the next track or like that thing or dislike it or whatever I'm doing. And of course, I've got Google Now. Love seeing this notification here. And it's just, got my regular feed in it. Go Warriors. But yeah, that's my home screen setup. Nothing too complicated, nothing, no special sauce. And like I say, this personally is the best Android tablet out. And the biggest reason why is because you can do this. I can do actual multitasking. I've got my Wi-Fi off now, so it won't load up, but you can do true multitasking, which is, you just can't do that on the Nexus tablet, which is going to be the only other tablet worth getting. But it's also smooth, and I go through my folders here to show you guys what apps I'm running. So I have pretty much the full Google suite of apps that are relevant to me. I live in Alabama, so there are some things that aren't available here, like the Express and the new hands-free and stuff like that I would love to try, but I can't. So of course I've got, all the relevant Google apps. I use Keep. Playbooks is where pretty much all of my books go. Play movies, play music for music. I'm an all access subscriber, so I'm definitely tied into that. Photos, free unlimited photo backup. You can't beat that as well. Drive is great. The storage that syncs to all my Google services. Maps, of course, is a winner. Play Store, Newsstand, it's on here. I use it a little bit, but it definitely could use some work as far as being more relevant. I don't know how they can do that, but they need to do it. And here's what I use my tablet for mostly. I think anybody that tells you they use their tablet for work, it's kind of lying. I don't know if they're lying to. It might be you. It might be to themselves. But there's just certain things you can't do on a tablet. A tablet is perfect for consuming media. It's literally a screen that has a great battery that fits in your hands. I mean, look how thin this thing is. I mean, it's next to nothing. But anyway, like I said, this is what I use my tablet mostly for, playing games. Probably the game I'm hooked on the most right now is probably The Room 3. Those are some great games, man. They're definitely worth the money. I check them out. A little Words with Friends, of course. We got a couple of big games like Fallout Shelter, which me and my wife were hooked on for the longest. And a couple other, I like more kind of either an adventure game or kind of a simpler, laid-back, more casual type game. Jetpack Joyride, Ski Safari, those kind of things. Let's see, social stuff. I got the heavy hitters, Facebook, Twitter, Messenger, Instagram. Looking at that, I'm actually missing one. Snap. We got Snapchat as well. Education. I work in IT, so I'm constantly needing to learn about just new stuff, no matter what it is. And I need good mediums to learn stuff through. Coursera, Udemy, Udacity. They all have great sites, and they all have great apps. I didn't say Cybrary because they have a good app. Their site sucks. It's just unreliable. But they have good content. They have great content. It's free. They have a lot of content and it's geared specifically for people in IT. So if you're looking to get any sort of certification, they're a great source of content for you. And then I have like my media folder, which is, kind of all my Android related stuff, anything that plays files, Netflix, Hulu, Pocket Cast, Crunchyroll from my anime, SoundCamp. That's an app pretty much like Samsung's version of GarageBand, right? So you use it and you can actually set up a couple of different, scenarios. You can actually record from external devices, either through the 3.5mm headset jack, or you can plug in a MIDI device via USB if you want. They've got like a looper, keyboard and stuff like that you can use. Like I say, it's a kind of a lighter version of GarageBand. I know GarageBand is ridiculously featured. It has a crazy amount of just stuff you can do with it. I heard that T-Pain actually used it to produce some of his music, which is crazy, but but yeah. And then on my dock down here, I got kind of my heavy hitters, Hangouts, which I use for my SMS client, and my Messenger. If you're not on Hangouts, I'm probably not going to talk to you. Gmail for my mail, Chrome as my default web browser, YouTube, of course, and the Videos app and the Camera app. And let's see, some of the other apps I have on this guy, Todoist, which I'm trying to force myself to use to bring some sort of order to my life as far as organizing kind of what I do and how I do it. This is just like some notes on my Samsung level review, and I've got kind of some different categories over here. I'm getting there. I'm working on it. Let's see, a couple of other apps. I can go ahead and move this. Black and Sexy TV. That is a production company. They produce a lot of great YouTube content, and they've actually branched out from YouTube, and they've actually got their own website and their own app to where they can kind of bypass YouTube. I would definitely check out some of their stuff. Let's see, CCleaner for kind of cleaning up just cache and junk left behind from apps that have installed themselves and that you've gone and uninstalled. So, just empty folders and, just thumbnails and just junk that apps leave behind and kind of build up over time. What else? Chromecast app. Definitely got to have that for that Chromecast that's acting up. Like I said, it doesn't see anything because my Wi-Fi is off. But sadly, I have to use that app more than I'd like to. What else? Craigslist. That's pretty straightforward. They don't have a official app, but this is the C Pro Craigslist client. I like it. It it's pretty straightforward as far as what it gives you. Let me clear this out. And Like I said, I like the results that it gives you. I don't know why it's still filtering. But anyway, that's my Craigslist client of choice. Let's see what else. Oh, Greenify. I use Greenify to put apps to sleep that I don't use that often. I haven't had to use it much here lately. Like I say, this tablet just flies, so there's rarely a time when I feel like it's bogging down. IMDb, kind of have no choice. It just comes installed by default. What else? I have LifeLog on here. This is actually the app that I use in conjunction with my my Sony activity tracker that I have. I did a video on that on my channel before. It's a cool app. It actually syncs, so the armband is synced to my phone, but that app actually syncs data to your account. So I can sit down on my tablet when I get home and pull up the app, and it'll have synced all my activity that's been on my phone all day. So it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. Let's see what else. We have the media converter for just converting media files to a specific format. What else? Oh yeah, this Musi live wallpaper. I like it because it gives you a lot of sources for high quality wallpapers that you normally wouldn't have access to. So you can do like a new painting every day, and these are like, there's a Vincent van Gogh painting there. You can do your photos. I've got a couple of plugins installed. You got HD architecture, you got HD vehicles, you got music, you got city, and it's a lot of people are creating a lot of third-party plugins for this app. But just when you set it, I like it, like I say, for one, because it's clean, but also when you set it as your wallpaper, it actually, it takes care of, finding you high quality wallpapers. And I think I got my Wi-Fi off, so it's not able to download the wallpaper, but I would definitely check it out. It is worth it. Like I say, great source for high quality wallpapers, and also, just the easy way to give your tablet a little bit of character, All right, so what else do we have? Got the mobile hotspot app, which is, this is a great hotspot because I do have a Verizon LTE SIM in here, so I got service pretty much wherever I go. It's got a big battery in it, so if I need to, I can just turn on the hotspot and go. The Yahoo News Digest, I use it pretty much whenever I want to kind of keep up with current events, and it presents it in a pretty interesting way. And I'll let's see, go ahead and get my Wi-Fi on. Thought I could do it with no internet connection, so I wouldn't have to worry about any kind of interruptions, but some of these apps I want to show you guys, and there's just no way around it. So this is the Yahoo app. Great presentation, for all your topics. And they give you a new set of them in the morning when you wake up, and also in the evening when you go to bed. So, like I say, just a whole list of, content spanning different categories, and they kind of give you like a little, quote of the day, or, did you know, at the end of your articles there. And what else? Got to have the PayPal on there, of course. Pocket Cast. This is my go-to podcatcher. Go ahead and sign in here. And the reason why a lot of these apps aren't set up is I kind of went ahead and wiped my tablet and installed pretty much the apps that I just use on a daily basis. I had to be honest with myself and say, what are you using, what aren't you using? And I just installed those apps on here, just so I wasn't having to go through a lot of stuff. So this is one major feature of this app. It has an account that it syncs to, and it keeps track of all the podcasts that you're subscribed to. It has a lot of great features like auto download. So I'm on Wi-Fi, and it's going to go ahead and download the latest episode of the specific podcast that I tell it to. So there's certain ones that I want, like the Vergecast. Like as soon as it comes up, I want to go ahead and download it automatically, so I can do auto download latest episode. I can also do, auto cleanup, have it just keep the latest episode. It's a pretty slick app, and it syncs, to your account, of course. So it keeps track across all of your devices. So if I listen to something on my phone, I go here, and it'll go ahead and get rid of it for me. But great podcatcher app. What else? It's kind of regular stuff. SideSync. SideSync is pretty cool. If you own any current gen Samsung devices, I would definitely recommend looking into SideSync. It allows you to mirror your tablet or your phone onto your computer, or if you want to, you can actually mirror your phone onto your tablet. As long as they're connected to the same network, you can actually open up SideSync, and as long as you've configured it, which you don't have to do anything special to get it to mirror, but as long as you've signed into the same account and you've granted access to that device, you can actually mirror the full screen of your phone on your computer or your tablet, or you can just get the notifications from it. So that's a pretty cool app. I don't think it gets enough praise. What else we got? Slick Deals. Gotta have a Slick Deals. This is my go-to app for deals. It's great for cases and things like that. You'll see a deal pop up, for cases where they're like, Speaking's having a sale on Amazon where you get cases for $3 or $4 and go on and kind of rack up. And they got a little bit of everything, man. It's a great deal app. That's my go-to. What else? I use my Samsung Studio for responding to comments mostly. Just kind of looking at my numbers as far as my views. So that's a great app. I'm so happy that they came out with that feature to where you can reply to comments, because trying to go through your videos and find a comment and all that stuff gets old really fast. The Voice app. If you're not watching The Voice, you need to watch it. The best show of its type on TV. Forget all that American Idol nonsense. I'll be happy when they're off the air. The Voice is where it's at. What else? Texture. Only reason I use Texture is because they're the only way for me to get Motor Trend magazines. I don't know why they aren't available on the Play Store. Well, I take that back. They're available, but you can't sync up a current digital subscription with the Play Store. Like, it won't allow you to enter in a digital subscription. You just have to buy a brand new one from the Play Store. I have an active current one, and I want to use that. So download a Texture so I can use it, and it's pretty slick. Go ahead and sign in to it right quick. It allows you to download magazines offline, and let's give you guys a glance at what they have. And they have, a lot of stuff available, and it's an app that's geared specifically for, for magazines. So it kind of works a little bit better than, to me, in my opinion, than the Play magazine app. I mean, it just does. But like I said, the only reason I wanted it was because I had a Motor Trend subscription, and Play Store wouldn't let me use my current sub. So you gotta do what you can. What else? The Weather Channel. That's pretty straightforward. Gotta know when those tornadoes are coming, sadly. Title. I can go ahead and do that. Only reason I downloaded it was because it was the only way to get Kanye's album. I'm sorry, that's the truth. I'm an all access subscriber, so it is pretty pointless for me to have a title subscription. What else do we have on here? Todoist, I showed you guys that earlier. That's my go-to app for kind of keeping track of things that I have to do. I got the native Twitter client on here. My learning apps, Udacity, Udemy. Video app, VLC. VLC is an app that I use when I can't play a particular video format with the stock video player. VLC guaranteed to play anything as long as it's a real video. VLC will play it. Let's see, watch ESPN, Wells Fargo, Microsoft Word, XDA, like the XDA app. I wish they had updated, or if there is an updated one, just leave a note in the comments, because it's the only one I can find for some reason. And let's see, YNAB, you need a budget. Trying to figure out how to use that app. It syncs with the app on the desktop. Looking for something that'll kind of automate a little bit more. I'm not sure how I feel about it. YouTube Gaming, YouTube Kids. Of course, you got kids, you need YouTube Kids in your life. That's where you're going to find all that old classic, Little Mermaid, Lion King, Aladdin type stuff. Great source for that kind of content. And uTorrent. I don't need uTorrent that often, but if there's something old and obscure and I can't find it through any other paid means, I'll go to uTorrent and try to find somebody who's uploaded it. That's pretty much all I use it for. I pay for all my music, pay for all my videos. Well, yeah, that's it. If you guys see an app that you're curious about, want to know more about, or if you got any suggestions for me, feel free to leave a comment, like, subscribe, tell your friends, share the video, and I appreciate the support. Keep it coming, and until next time, guys, peace.